Hi, and welcome to Focus on Revere, where Tom Maffucci is drumming on the table. This is Tom Maffucci. Thank you, Tom, for coming in. He is a music teacher at the Rumney Marsh Academy. He is also the director of the Percussion Ensemble at the Rumney Marsh Academy, which used to be at the Beachmont, prior, right?
Yep.
And actually, Tom, I talked to Tom before I did this segment, and I wanted Tom and Alec together and just have a Focus on Revere, and Tom convinced me that he did not want to be the star of the show, him and Alex. He wanted those kids to be the stars of the show, in which they so deservedly, should be. They are unbelievable, Tom, and you direct them so well. It was so much fun going out to see them. Tell me when you started.
Well, I started teaching in Revere at the Beachmont in 1995, fall of 95. And yeah, I've been at the Beachmont since 2008, and then when the Rumney Marsh opened, I just transferred to that building.
Okay, so you started, and I'm looking at your DVD here that you just got, and it was one of your first concerts that Revere TV had.
Yeah, it was. This is actually 2001.
But you started in '96.
In '95, I started, and then I started the ensemble program in like late '97, '98. That's when I really started to put it together.
And since then, you've been doing performances all over the city.
Yes. Yep.
And your kids start now in sixth grade.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking now about the middle school percussion. These kids, how do you find the talent?
It's luck. Like I teach general music, so during the class I'll teach the kids how to play songs on keyboards and drums, and you have like 25, 30 kids in front of you, and you're watching them, and you see some kids just have a knack for it. They're really good at it, and then I pay attention to what they're doing, and then I ask them if they want to do some playing with the ensemble, and if they decide to get to school at like a little after 7 in the morning, and they like it, then it just falls together.
Let's talk about that. So you're recruiting, you find somebody, and now they have to come practice.
Yeah.
Tell me about the hours of practice, because this blew me away.
Yeah, they generally, I like them to get to the school like a little after 7. By the time they get there and we start playing, it's probably like 20 after 7, and from like 7:20 till about 7:45, we'll go over different pieces of music, and it just gradually falls together. But it's great, to get there that early is hard for them, and they do. They do this Monday through Friday.
Yeah,
my rehearsals Tuesday through Friday. Mondays usually I don't do it. I prep for what I'm going to do with them, but sometimes they do come on a Monday, and I'll work with them. But yeah, it's almost every day.
It's every day. Yeah. It's the whole year.
Yeah,
it's the whole
absolutely the whole year. Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. How do you pick out some of the songs that you play? I mean, it's just.
I do a whole gamut of music. I do Italian folk songs that I grew up with, because I like the way they sound, and I'll teach it to the kids. I'll do some rock tunes that I grew up with, just classical songs, and all different kinds of music, and I just like to arrange it for the instruments that I have and see what happens with it. So it's just a mixed bag, really.
Now, when we were actually at the Tom's group was also at the Revere High with the rock ensemble doing the performance, and then Tom let us come to the Rumney Marsh and film there, and we were introduced to all the kids. They introduced themselves and told us a little bit about what instruments they like to play, which we will be showing you that momentarily. And one of the songs that they play, and I believe the one they played for us, was Tubular Bells.
Yes. Yeah, that Tubular Bells was written by a guy named Mike Oldfield, and that was for a film called The Exorcist.
Yes, I remember.
And I think the music was written before the film.
Okay.
And I'm not sure who the director was of the film, but then he took the music and put it to his movie, and it's just it's one of those pieces everybody knows, and it's for percussion, it's ideal.
Really?
It's such a fun thing to play. And I've actually taught it in the general music class during Halloween. I tried to get the kids to play it. And that was another way for me to find out who can do it or not.
Right.
So it's just a fun piece of music, and everybody knows it.
Yeah, yes, my skin crawled when I
Yeah,
heard it.
and kids like to creep each other out, so they like to, you know.
Let's take a look at Tom's percussion ensemble playing Tubular Bells. And we're over here with
Elizabeth Blake.
Elizabeth. What instrument do you have?
This is the xylophone.
This is the xylophone.
This is also the blocks and the wind chimes.
The blocks and the chimes. Okay, so when did you start playing?
I started this in 6th grade. I was mostly on the orchestra bells, which are over there.
Mhm.
And then this year I finally moved to this and the drums.
And what grade are you in now?
I'm in 8th.
And do you plan on pursuing music? Do you plan on...
I think I might try out for the rock ensemble next year in high school.
That's great. And what's your favorite instrument?
Definitely the drums.
Definitely the drums. Okay. And next we are here with someone who I've been watching play piano since she's been in kindergarten, I think we said this morning. But why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Emily Brown.
Emily, and I mean, obviously they have you playing, what is this?
Synthesizer.
A synthesizer. It's not the piano, it's a synthesizer. And it's a really complex piece of equipment. How do you know how to use this?
Well, it's basically the same thing as a piano, but only this one produces sound through numbers, and this one through sound waves. So that you can like get a bunch of different
Yeah, show
sounds
us.
on the
Go
piano.
ahead.
So like this one's an organ, and then if you go up here, it can be like a piano.
So you will switch back and forth depending on the song. And you're again in what grade? 8th grade, so this is your last year here. What do you plan on doing? Do you think the rock ensemble might be for you as well?
I don't know, maybe, but I also do programs with Berkeley College of Music.
Okay, so that's great. You've been playing a long time. Yeah, you're awesome. And we have here
Anthony Luiso,
Anthony. And Anthony, what are you playing?
the synthesizer and the theremin.
Now, tell me about this instrument.
What is it?
I think this one, because
this one.
what's it called?
It's called the themin.
And what happens with this?
Oh, it like goes like radio waves kind of, like, and it goes like, want to show you?
Absolutely.
This is the volume, right here.
There you go.
And it goes higher once you get closer to it.
Go ahead, make that noise. Is it fun?
Yeah.
And what grade are you in?
7.
7th grade, so you plan on coming back and
Yeah.
doing this again? What's your favorite instrument to
I
play?
like the keyboard.
The keyboard, yeah. And are you learning it? How are you learning the keyboard?
Oh, I like, what do you mean?
Do you go to classes? Do you?
Yeah, I took classes for a little bit, but I just stopped because I forgot. But I know how to read the music and play.
Great, great. And we have here
Taylor Dupree-Catalano.
Taylor. What are you playing, Taylor?
This is the orchestra bells.
And give me a little example of your orchestra bells.
So this is part of tubular bells, which we'll be playing in just a minute.
And had you ever played an instrument before you came here, Taylor?
Yeah, I've been playing piano since before kindergarten.
Okay, so you know how to read music.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite instrument?
My favorite instrument to play is probably the piano.
The piano.
But I like to play pretty much everything.
So, and have you played drums?
I play at my spare
Great. And Taylor, what grade are you in?
time. 7th.
7th grade, so you'll be back too.
Yeah.
And we have
Marina Robinson.
Marina, and you're on the same thing, the tubular bells. Marina, what grade are you in?
7th.
7th grade, and you plan on coming back?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you come in here at 7 o'clock every morning? What makes you want to come here?
My cousin used to do this, and it looked really fun when I went to like the concerts. So I wanted to try and experience it.
And what's your experience been?
That it's really fun because I didn't really play any instruments before this, but then I got used to playing, so I like it.
Awesome, awesome. And your favorite instrument?
The xylophone.
Xylophone, xylophone. And we have here
Samantha
Sam
Whitman.
and Sam.
I play the orchestral bells also.
And what are they? What are they called?
Orchestral bells.
And what are they? Is that,
This is the orchestral.
okay, okay.
And just like Taylor and Marina said, I just come in here every morning because it's fun. I enjoy it.
You're an 8th grader, I know
Yeah.
that. And you're going to the high school next year.
Yeah.
Do you plan on pursuing music?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it.
But you've enjoyed your 3 years.
Yeah.
That's great. And we have,
I'm Nicholas Johnson.
and Nick, you play,
The orchestra bells.
and what else?
What is it to sit?
Yeah, I saw you with the drum a little bit. Do you enjoy that a little bit too?
Yeah, but I'm really not that good at it.
What grade are you in? 8th grade. And you think maybe you'll be going to the rock ensemble?
Not really, because I prefer slower music.
Slower music, so more, would you be piano or synthesizer or?
Maybe.
Okay, great, great. And we do have a drummer here. There we go. And you are?
Sebastian Quarto.
Sebastian, what grade are you in?
8th.
8th grade. And is this obviously your favorite? How long have you been playing drums?
Since I was 9.
Since you were 9. And when you came up here in 6th grade, how did you come in with Mr. Maffucci? How did this
I remember he asked if we wanted to try to play something like anything during class, and I came up and I just started playing on this one.
Yeah.
And then he thought it was a cool beat, so he asked me to try out for the percussion ensemble, and I got
Are you glad you did? Yeah. And it's worth getting up every morning?
it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it seems to be the theme here that they all are very excited to get up in the morning and come here. And I'm going to step around here, and we have
Kelly Brawley.
Kelly Brawley, Emily's sister, who they both. And what is this?
The gong.
The gong. And show me how you play the gong.
Just like basically hit it anywhere and then.
And is that your favorite instrument?
Yeah.
It is. It is. And what grade are you in?
6.
6. So what do you plan on doing for the next couple of years? You're going to come back? You're going to learn something different?
Probably come back.
Come back? You're going to stick with the gong?
No.
No. Okay. What do you what would you like to play?
Probably like the orchestral bells or something.
Great. Great. Okay. And I'm going to move around over here to this gentleman who looks like he has drums and
Tubular bells.
tubular bells. And your name is?
Julian Geraldo.
Julian. Show me what you have here and tell me what you got.
Well, these are mini timbales, and then these are bongos.
Okay.
And this
What-
is the cowbell.
What's the difference? I mean, what?
They make different
Okay,
types
give me-
of
get-
noise. Like, it goes like
Okay.
bigger the deeper the voice, the sound.
Okay. And how about the bells?
They're basically like kind of the orchestral bells, but not really.
play this?
Well, Mr. Maffucci just told me get up here and just follow, and he put the notes up. And
I noticed that there's notes on the on that, and you follow that. Is this your favorite instrument?
no, I'm a drummer.
You are a drummer. And what grade are you in?
7.
7th. So are you coming back to be the drummer next year?
Yep.
Okay. We have a drummer coming back. And finally, way back here in the back, another drummer. And I don't want to, I'm going to come around. What do we have here?
We have the timpani, the blocks, the wind chimes, and the rotor.
And your name is?
Luana Santos.
Luana. What grade are you in, Luana? 8th grade. This seems like a lot of equipment for a young woman. How do you do this?
Well, there are times when we play songs, I just know how to like move quicker because I know how to roll, and I've had experience with like the number, so I know how to weigh and where to go.
And how long have you been doing this?
So since 6th grade.
6th grade. Did you have a music background? You played what instrument?
Yeah.
Piano. So you went from piano and found this
Yeah.
as interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. What's your favorite instrument?
Piano.
Piano. Great. Great. So we have met these wonderful kids that play unbelievable music, but I think we want to hear them play some music. So they are great, aren't they? It's so much fun to hear that percussion ensemble. It, you know, every time I hear it, and most of the times when we're at a city function now, your group gets asked to play the Star Spangled Banner, and that's one of my. I get my chills when I hear you guys play it. It's so awesome. Now, we were talking to Alec about recruiting in a way. How, you know, now you get these kids, now you're losing some 8th graders.
Yeah, I'm losing 6 8th graders this year.
So are you looking at 5th graders coming in? Do you go out to the 5th grade, or do you wait till you're going to wait till they finish music class?
I like to keep it, you know, I like to keep it not too big. You know, maybe at the max, maybe 12 kids, because when you have so many, when there's too many, it gets hectic.
Right.
I'm going to see. I mean, I think I have like 4 kids right now, 4 or 5 kids that are wonderful. They're going to be in the 8th grade. I just found this drummer who's in the 6th grade now. He's going to be in the 7th grade.
Okay.
His name is CJ. He's just a wonderful, wonderful student, great drummer.
Uh-huh.
And I'm hoping that he goes to the high school and when he leaves the 8th grade, because he's going to be a monster, I think.
Really?
Yeah, and he's such a nice kid.
Yeah, so Alex said he steals from you.
Good.
So your recruiting is important too. Tell me a little bit about where you guys have performed. I know you've done the city functions, but tell me where you've performed.
Some places, I remember back in 2002, I brought the ensemble to the NELMS convention in Rhode Island. And that was a convention of middle school teachers from all over, I think, New England. And the kids taught the teachers in attendance how to play some of the instruments. And it was all about starting up a program. But it was mostly the kids playing with the teachers there. That was a lot of fun. I brought them to Berklee College of Music twice. In 2003, I think, and 2005. That was a lot of fun.
I bet.
You know, yeah.
I'm sure that they were amazed to see these kids, the talent of these young people.
I hope so. I think so, because the kids did a really good job. And I went to Berklee College of Music, so it was nice for me to have some of my teachers see the kids, play.
Yeah, I think it's great. It really is awesome, and I'm sure they like to do that too. I mean, I'm sure that they like it, you know, it's a field trip for them, but they also get that exposure at college at a very young age that this is something I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. All these kids have the potential to. If I tell them, if this is what you want to do, work hard. That's it. Just work hard. I have a couple of students now who are leaving the 8th grade and they want to pursue music, and there's nothing stopping them. You know, any kid, they want to do it. Just it's like anything. Put the time into it.
Yeah.
You know, focus, and you never know what can happen.
So you plan on doing this for a while longer, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'll probably be deaf by then when I'm done and retired. Yeah.
And you know what the good thing is too, though. You know, I was seeing with Alec the people, you know, the alumni coming back. Do you find that the kids will come back from the high school to come see you and look?
I have kids visit, all the time. It's nice to see them. And as a matter of fact, one of my former students, Stephen, I just saw him the other night. He was at the Rock Ensemble concert. I think he's 21 years old now, and he played keyboards in my ensemble back in 2006, I think it was, at Beachmont. And it was nice to see him and just see a lot of these kids grow. I bump into kids on the street, you know, who used to play, and some of them are still playing.
Well, we were looking at this video from 2000, and you said it was 2000.
This is 2001, yeah.
2001, and you identified every one of those kids.
Oh, yeah.
And tell me about, you said one of them went
to... One of them went to MIT on a full scholarship.
Uh-huh.
I think it was, I think it's Anthony.
Okay.
And he was an incredible kid, keyboard player, and I found that he went to MIT. I mean, that's just tremendous.
Yeah.
You know, and I think another one of my students who was in it, Teresa, back in 2006, she's at MIT right now. Just to see the kids where they go is really cool, you know.
Okay, let's hear another piece from the percussion ensemble. You know, this is what Mr. Maffucci wants. He wants us to really listen to these kids. So let's hear them again.
All the classes that I have, we play everything in here. They definitely. So, and what happens is they may get inspired to learn an instrument on their own. I mean, that's the idea.
Right.
You know, I'll have the kids play the drum set and they'll be like, well, I didn't know I can do this. And then maybe they'll take lessons.
Sure.
You know, I've had a lot of students who've graduated and who are now in college who are still playing.
That's great.
Because they got to start.
Because they got to start in this class.
Because the generosity of, you know, the school department, the the companies, we get all this stuff, and the kids play them.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It is. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Really so enjoyable to see them. And it always gets me. They always have a smile on their face when they're playing.
It's very important they have to.
Yeah. I'm sure you beat them to make them
tell them, you've got to look like you're enjoying yourselves. Don't look miserable.
And the other thing, when I was sitting at the concert, I noticed that nobody's playing from music. I shouldn't say that. Nobody's playing from sheet music.
Right.
It's
all memorized. Yeah. I have a bunch of them who do read. And I'm lucky enough that I can give them some of the sheet music to take home, along with a recorded example, and they'll practice it at home. But basically, it's all piece by piece, and we just put it together, and they have such great, listening skills. The memory is just great. Plus, I think in the morning, the early hours of the morning are the best time to learn.
Right.
You just retain everything, and then it's just all memorized, and then they just play it, as opposed to just reading it.
The other thing I noticed is one will go from bells, and one will go to drums, one will go to keyboard. And that's the other thing that really caught my... It's not that they're learning one instrument for the entire year and learning a few songs in that one instrument. Tell me about that.
I just try to give them variety. If they have an interest in doing another instrument, go ahead, go for it. I tell them, you know, just try.
Well, it's not that just try though. I mean, when you play keyboard, you have to kind of.
Yeah. I mean, if they decide I want to try the timpani, okay, well, this is what you do, and this is the correct way to hold the mallets, and see what happens. And I give them a choice if they want to do it. Some kids would rather just play one instrument, which is cool too.
Yeah.
You know, but when they want to explore different instruments, that's great.
But I'm sure the majority want to explore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They all want to play the drum set. You know. At least I think so. No, actually, the gong is the most. I think is the favorite. Yeah.
The gong is the favorite, and the drums. Yeah. We were just saying that we should start all our 3-year-olds on the drum set.
Yes, I think everybody should have a drum set in their house. All you parents out there, buy your children a drum set.
And a little keyboard.
Yes, and a keyboard.
We were also talking about the iPads that they have at the high school, and that maybe this is coming to middle school.
I don't know. I'm not sure. It would be fantastic for me personally to have all the kids have an iPod in the music room, because I do a lot of piano playing, and I use the smartboard technology, and then I use the mallet instruments like the xylophone, the orchestral bells. Those would be played with sticks. But I could imagine if every kid had a, with the piano on there, and we're all playing at the same time the song, if they could practice at their own pace, you know, it would. Who knows?
Who said the arts are dead in public schools?
Oh, no,
they're crazy. The arts are alive and well in public schools, at least in Revere public schools, because these kids are just so talented, and then there's an outlet for them to go on to with the rock ensemble.
Yeah, I'm grateful for Alec to having that ensemble. That's just it's a wonderful thing he has. You know, what an opportunity. The kids get psyched, they go out there and they play, and he's got an amazing gear, and just the music he does, fantastic.
Now, some of the equipment you have a lot of equipment in that room. Is that donated? Have you collected it? Who's
collected it over the years. Peisty Cymbals gave the students a set of cymbals back in 2000. Vic Firth always gives me stuff to use to donate when we do raffles to help raise money, and I buy more gear. All the principals I've had, from Mr. Lillo, Mr. Carey, on all to Ms. Evans, they've just said, what do you need? And I was able through them get more gear. It's some stuff was donated. For example, the kettle drums.
Yeah.
When the kids played at Berkeley, I asked the director of percussion, Dean Anderson. And he's amazing. He plays with the Boston Symphony. He plays all over the world. I mean, these guys are incredible. And he was so kind. I said, do you have any instruments that you don't need? And he said, well, we'll see. Usually if the Boston public schools don't need it, maybe I could use it. So we got the timpani, and it was great. Me and Brian from the lunch program. Brian was wonderful. We got in the truck, and we drove down to Berkeley. We picked them up and refurbished them. I put new heads on them, and we got beautiful timpani in the classroom. So it takes years to build up the gear.
Yeah, and it really, I mean, it was so much fun to be in that room and listening to them that morning.
It's a loud room.
After I left your room, I went downstairs and spoke to a couple of teachers, and I said, they are just so great. I loved being there today. And they said, yeah, we heard.
Yeah. The whole building here is, it says, God bless the teachers at the Rumney Marsh for putting up with it.
I'm sure it's not hard to put up with. Tom, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
For being with me and
my pleasure.
For showcasing these kids, because they really are a talented group, and a lot has to do with you.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
And that will be it for our Focus on Revere for this episode. Remember, Focus on Revere. A lot of great things are happening.
All right, are you ready? Mm-hmm. Can you move your hand? Yeah, thanks. All right. Okay, go.
This?
No, to the right, The other right. Can you not? Stop, no, stop.
Having trouble recording rockin' videos? Did you know, right here in your own city, you have free access to a variety of video equipment, including high-definition robotic cameras, green screen walls, advanced sound and lighting technology, a virtual studio editor, and the ability to create dynamic graphics? Entertain your city with your own show on our local channel. Post-production on IMAX with Adobe Premiere and After Effects can enhance any production. You may be wondering, how can I make this happen? Become a member of Revere TV. It's easy. Sign up online at reveretv.org. Take a free class in either studio production, field production, editing, or all three. Produce your own show. Check out high-definition cameras for your own home videos. Volunteer for the city. The possibilities are endless and free. Let out your creativity with Revere TV. Located at 385 Broadway, Revere.